Alright guys, this is a different video. I am ripping all these videos off videos I found on YouTube. This is the Letape Melaka, right? So I found footages of me and I thought that I would want to give you a review of my first ever race. It was an elite race. Before I play the video, a bit of background is that the reason why I'm blurring the bib is because this bib does not belong to me. So if you guys, I know you guys are trying to have been searching up my bib number online and looking at all the photos. This is not my bib, and the story went on Friday. One of the riding mates in the group said that he couldn't attend the race, and he asked if anyone wanted to go, and I said okay, I will take the challenge. I will go for this race in Melaka. This is a 3-hour drive from Singapore. On Friday after work, packed my bike, went and headed down to Singapore. Shout out to Ryan for helping me transport my bike from Singapore to JB, and also Joseph for bringing me across the causeway. Totally unprepared for this race. I have no idea how long it is, the elevation, the map whatsoever. Zero idea, and I haven't been riding for the past a week or so no training at all. And only did I know later on that this is an elite race. An elite race meaning that there's a first wave and then there's a non-competitive wave. So I was in the first wave with all the bunch of pros here. A disclaimer, I think there were not a lot of, there were a lot of strong riders, mainly from Singapore, but I think a lot of the Malaysian riders were not here because this was quite a pricey race. You're looking at, I think, over $100 US. So in Malaysian ringgit, that's quite expensive. So there's just a disclaimer there. So I don't think there were a lot of big pros, but of course in this first peloton there were a lot of very, very strong guys. Matador, Quantum Racing, all these guys were really fast. So I came in here with no teams, all by myself, and I was kind of nervous at the start line. I get to see all this. It looks like a Sunday weekend, right, man? All these guys are from Singapore. You got these IR guys on my left, and I'm the only idiot here alone in the first wave. I actually contemplated and thought that I wanted to go for the non-competitive wave, but you know what? Heck it, I'll just go. If I get dropped, I'll just wait for the non-competitive wave to sweep me. Anyway, so this is at the start point. I'm using Nelson Chow's video. So Nelson, thank you for letting me use your video. Actually, I didn't ask for his permission, but now I'm asking for his permission. So Nelson, let me know if I'm okay, if it's okay for me to use. So this is Nelson's camera. Check out his full video on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description. Basically, this is, I think, just after the neutral zone. Everyone's cruising really fast. I had no time to look at my Garmin to think about anything. All I had in mind was to stick to the peloton, don't get dropped. It's a 140-kilometer race. I really had to pace myself. I think right here we're rolling at around 40 or 45, 50. It's a big peloton, this one, so I think we were still with the first peloton. And this is not your Sunday ride, right? It's a race. If you slow down, people are just going to overtake you. No one's going to wait for you. It's everyone for themselves out there. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed myself. This is my first race, I would say, in a very, very, very long time. So very happy that I finished this in around 3 hours and 50 minutes. Again, nothing to be shouting about, but just personal achievement for me. So here I am overtaking Nelson. I did a small little bunny hop here on my 110 PSI tires. This is the Michelin Pro Cup, yeah. And it's a huge peloton. Actually, you don't really put much effort if you're not in front. You just have to draft these guys, but just got to stick to their wheel. But after the neutral zone, the fast peloton were all in front, and you kind of shuffle away and find the peloton that fits that kind of suits your speed. So this peloton, I think this is the second or third, and then later on we merged with the second peloton. And for me, hydration was very important. I had 2 bottles and the Silka Matone saddleback, and I had 1 more mineral bottle at my pocket. Because it's a Tour de France Letape race, they actually had motorbikes or distributing water. So a couple of times I had to reach out for water. I drank a bit and I passed it to other riders just to help them out. So on my left here, this is Ryan on his brand new Propel. I was surprised, Ryan, how come you were not in the first peloton? I thought he's been training quite a lot, but he was a second, third, but congrats to him also for finishing the race. So yeah, it's quite a hilly course and very scenic, but I kept getting dropped on the climb. So When I got dropped at the climbs, I kind of picked up the pace during the descents. I'll push really hard. I know a lot of people during descents, they tend to freewheel, but for me, I keep pedaling and I try to chase up to the peloton and try to get to the front, because on my Garmin, what I'm looking at is the next hill, what's the elevation like, and so I know how to pace myself there, and just so I just don't go and kill myself out there. So you can see here I'm getting dropped on the hills, and I moved to the far left and let the faster guys overtake me. So I couldn't be too bothered. So I just know that I'm just going to keep my pace, because if not, I'm just going to bonk, I'm going to get cramped. So let these guys go ahead. But I do look at the back and see how many people are there left. If there's not many people, I got to pick up the pace so that I just don't get dropped from the peloton. It's really competitive, man, this race, but like I say, it's really fun. I gained a lot of time during the descents. I would just sprint down. And this Bond Zero shoes that I have, actually towards the last few hundred kilometers, I started getting a bit of really hot, and it was like burning my feet to the feeling like as if there's like fire at the bottom of my feet. But yeah, that's how hot it got. The other clip, actually, this one is from I think his YouTube name is The Average Cyclist, I think. So check out his video as well. This is on his cyclic camera, and I took this out from his video. So I think the key for me is I should have brought more gels with me, because I think the gels, I was eating the SIS gels. They are quite easy to eat. I every half an hour, I think, or every hour, I had to eat one gel, even though I don't feel it. I don't feel the cramps coming, but I kept reminding myself that keep eating the gels, keep hydrating myself so I won't get cramped. And I think the gels really saved me. I think if I had gone on this race without the gels, I would definitely cramped and have died on the route. Also, if you guys notice that my bars are still very wide, this is the 40mm bars. I'm still waiting for the 38 ones. It should be coming soon. So you can see my arms are actually quite flared out. If you guys out there who are weekend riders, you do quite long rides, I think anyone wouldn't die on these kind of the routes. It's hilly, but not that hilly. It's like rolling hills. But one thing I realized, that this peloton, for some reason during the hills, it seems like people are not bringing the speed up during the hill. So when the hill hits, everyone tends to slow down, which I don't know why. And towards the end, I knew it was like 2 kilometers left. The peloton they all started sprinting. I couldn't be bothered, man. I know, like, I've already finished this race, and I'm not going to chase them. So this last overhead bridge, I got dropped on the hill, and that small little climb, and people were just going up for it. So that's the Letape ride. I think I did quite okay. My objective, like I said, was just to finish the race and not have any crashes. Speaking of which, I've also signed up for 2 more other races, the Lekas Highway ride, and there's one more Johor Iskandar Putri that's coming up. So yeah, if you guys are going there, maybe you can see me there. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.